If you're in insurance sales, sooner or later, you're going to experience the sting of a chargeback. And I'm going to help you unpack the problems that cause really high chargebacks in insurance agents and also give you some solutions so that you can make that sting a little less painful. So let's drop right into it. We're going to give you three main points that are reducing your profitability. And number one, it's because you oversold the premium. This is like inflating a balloon. You inflate it so much, it's going to go boom, right? Well, in life insurance sales or in final expense telesales, even over the phone, it doesn't really matter if you're pushing the highest premium, really going at it with clients that way, you're going to get hurt. This is what we call greed. Greed is going to get in the way of your success, even though you think being greedy is going to somehow get you a lot more money. It always gets agents into trouble. And I mean, always. Being greedy, major problem of insurance chargebacks because you oversold the premium. The client, after you've sold them that policy, maybe off their phone immediately, they're calling the bank to get rid of it. They're like, this guy was just, didn't like him. I really can't afford it after the emotion of the sale goes down. And then you get screwed with the chargeback. And really, you had it coming. Let's get real. You oversold the premium. This is like selling somebody with a 500 credit score and they make $800 a month. You're selling them a car payment for $2,000. It's not going to last. It's going to get repossessed. And insurance agents that sell insurance policies with insane levels of premium without the income to justify it, they get put in the poorhouse real fast because you're going to get paid, but you will have to pay it back. That's called a chargeback. You were loaned the money like an advance, and now the company is going to come after you and say, pay it back. The biggest chargeback reason is you oversold the premium. It wasn't budgetable. And not having a budgetable premium is a big problem. And that's one of the reasons that your experience may be higher chargebacks than normal. Oversold the premium if you're taking notes. Now, number two, this is a major one for insurance agents that are having chargeback issues. And you're going to have chargebacks. If you're selling a lot of policies, you should have a small percentage that's normal, that's needed, that's necessary of about 20% of your business that will go sideways if you're selling life insurance or final expense insurance. Doesn't matter if it's face to face or over the phone. But if you're experiencing more than 20+% chargebacks, well, you're probably overselling the premium. But number two is a big one with insurance agents that have this problem. They undersold the problem. They're like sell, 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 tell, tell, tell. That's a telltale sign of an agent that probably won't last. They're not problem solvers. So if you're underselling the problem and overselling the premium, see where the problem lies here? People will pay money to make a problem go away. And if you're overinflating back to the premium and underselling and not creating much focus on the actual problem of burial or the burdens that are left behind or things of that nature. Maybe it's the mortgage for their beautiful wife to make sure that their kids are okay if something happens. You've got to focus on the problem. If you want to sell bigger policies, you got to have bigger problems, period. But insurance agents that get into a major chargeback risk, they're not focusing on the problem. They're immediately going, hey, the problem's here. Whoa, squirrel. I'm going to sell you a big policy. Let's go. And they really do some things that are really wrong and out of order. You've got to have systems with final expense telesales. You've got to have very good systems for even face-to-face life insurance sales if you want to last in this industry, because you may sell, but the business doesn't stick and the business doesn't stay, and you're going to really experience the sting of that chargeback, and that's no fun. So good insurance agents have chargebacks too. So don't feel like, oh, wow, I had a policy that they changed their mind on and I'm going to lose my mind right now. No, it's part of the process. It's part of making money in final expense telesales and making money in life insurance sales. You don't want to become a statistic. You got to keep selling lots of policies. This is no different than if you were a potato farmer and you got 10 potatoes in your potato truck and you're going down the road and two potatoes fall off. You're not going to just stop everything and go chase two potatoes. You're going to just make your way down the road and put 10 more on the truck. And if two more fall off, who cares? By the time you get to the end of your journey, you got a pile of potatoes on that truck. Okay. Don't focus on all the negative, but you've got to know better than to not oversell premium. You got to do it within their budget. Very important to be an ethical agent. But number two, you got to really focus on that problem. Really focus on that. Focus on helping the client win if you want to get what you want, because greed gets a lot of agents hurt. You focus on your pocketbook. I need to get paid. And I know you got to stay in business, my friends, but focus on their problem. It'll magically fix itself. You'll see. Now, number three is a big one too, is agents that oversell the premium, right? They undersell the problem, and then they apply insane levels of pressure. Well, you may get the policy, but it's not going to stay on the books. You go high pressure in somebody in homes. I've seen this happen with life insurance agents in my career, and I've been in this industry for over 2+ decades. We're talking 20+ years. I've seen a lot of agents in this industry come. I've seen a lot of agents in this industry go, but agents that are just high pressure and greedy agents, I'm going to get what I want, kind of putting the screws down, they just don't last in this industry. High pressure sales tactics will maybe cause you to sell something, but it's not going to stick. It's not going to stay, and you get to experience the pain of your bad systems and strategies. And that's why we do recruit amazing agents nationally that align here, as well as agencies to sell life insurance, Medicare insurance, and annuities face to face and in the telespace. So no matter what work family that you work with, jasonfinalexpense.com will get you free resources for your taking. But we do recruit agents nationally, but we don't deploy high pressure tactics. We focus on being a problem solver. It's such a difference by design in insurance agents that have massive chargeback risks. Let me tell you, they're doing major things wrong. They're insanely overselling premium so that they get paid. Once again, greed. They're underselling problems. They're just getting to that sale as fast as possible. And then they're just really using high pressure tactics instead of taking their time, instead of enjoying the connection with a client, instead of solving their problem and being that person that's in their best interest. It makes a big difference, my friends. If you would just slow down and not oversell the premium, but undersell the premium. Let them walk you up. It's amazing how that works. They'll ask you for bigger policies if you would allow them to, but you've got to, number two, focus on their bigger problems and not shy away from the problems when it becomes maybe a conversation that you're not comfortable with because it's their pain, it's their problem that they want solved. A lot of insurance agents, when they're in the middle of a problem, they back up. They go, oh, that's uncomfortable. I don't really want to talk about what they want because that's getting real here. No, you've got to really just listen. You got to be one that can be impactful for them and let them know that you're there to make a way for them. You're there to advocate for their loved ones. You're there to advocate for their families. You're there to advocate for the people that actually matter in their life. You become one that advocates. You're one that can be a problem solver. You watch, these things will fix themselves, but you don't even have to apply high pressure. You just have to actually assume the business. Know that they actually want you to serve them. And then slow down and listen. And then you know what? You may find you're having a lot more success than when you first started. So if you've got more than a 20% chargeback risk, well, these tips I hope will help you. And if we can do anything to serve you, jasonfinalexpense.com. I appreciate you reaching out, and anything we can do to serve you, we will. Remember, my friends, winning matters because you know what? When you win and help the client win, that's exactly what you want. We'll see you soon.